Hey everyone. So, I have a customer that dropped off the Nissan Xterra, and they say to me, "Oh, my check engine light's on. Same problem as before." Okay. What was the problem before? It was a cam sensor. You replaced the cam sensor. Okay. How do you know it's the same problem as before? Went to AutoZone, and AutoZone scanned my codes for me. Same problem as before. Okay. It's the same code as before? Question mark. Yeah, same code. Cam sensor. Okay. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. Anyway, so I got in the shop right now. Got the scanner hooked up to it. See what we got. CKP sensor circuit problem. That's the crank sensor. That is not the cam sensor. This thing has two cam sensors, if I'm not mistaken, and one crank sensor. Actually, because this is a single cam. I don't think this is the 4-cam. Because if it's a 4-cam, then it's got 4 cam sensors. But anyway, I hate it when somebody comes in and, oh, it's the same problem as before. You know, it's kind of like the ever since is. I hate that stuff. Not to say it doesn't happen, but don't come in all accusatory saying, it's the same problem as before. So now, I've seen these things have bad crank sensors. It does happen. I've replaced a few of them over the years. So now I'm going to go down and, circuit test it and just check and make sure everything's okay and see if he wants me to actually fix it. So he's probably thinking he's not paying anything. Wrong. I'll give it a quick basic check and then say, if you want me to go further, this is what it's going to be. And we'll go from there. I can almost guarantee you it's a bad crank sensor. And then what will happen is another 8 months down the road, the other cam sensor will fail. Kind of that seems to be what always happens. So what I should do is, because I don't have his receipt, I should look up, because I know I wrote down everything that I did. I should go find his original receipt and go see what the code was that I noted on there. So anyway, that's about it. If you like my videos, hit the like button. If you could, please subscribe. I'll make more videos, better videos. Actually, you know what? Hold on a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where the crank sensor is on this thing. And I'll show you what's involved in changing it, provided the guy gives me the okay. So let's do that first. All right, so here we go with the Xterra up in the air. I got the wheel well out. And the crank sensor is actually located right there underneath this boot. So I got to get in there, get the boot lifted up somehow. It's a pain in the neck to get to a little bit. But at least this way, now I can test it and see I actually have a new sensor on its way, because I'm pretty confident it's just going to be a bad sensor. Because a lot of times too, if they're intermittent, you're not going to find anything. So let me do that. Hopefully I can ohm test it and actually find a difference. All right, so I got the sensor out, as you see. I have it right here alongside the new one. And what I did was I ohm tested it. The two outer ones to each other, the outer to the middle, the other outer to the middle. I wanted to verify all of them. So I wrote down everything, and it turns out between the old one and the new one, I actually have a half ohm of resistance difference between them. The newer sensor actually has a half ohm less resistance across the board on each terminal. So I'm going to say that over time or whatever, the old original sensor is just starting to fail. So, I don't know the actual spec, what it's supposed to be, but just the fact that I'm seeing that much of a difference, I'm going to say that that's more than likely the problem. Because as far as I'm concerned, it really wasn't a hard code, because the car starts up right away, no problem. If the crank sensor was a hard code, the thing wouldn't start right away. So let me go ahead and throw this one in and button this thing back up. So how do we make out with the Xterra? Well, I just drove it, probably about 10 miles, 15 miles. I'm on my dead-end road here. I got my scanner too. Excuse me. And if you look, here's freeze frame. Oops, let me shut the light off. Sorry about that. No freeze frame data. That's good. That means there's no codes coming, nothing pending, nothing. So, the drive's fine. I'm pretty confident, like I said, because the ohm readings were so far off. runs fine. I mean, it really does run fine. So I'm going to say that we definitely have a fix here. So there we go. Like I said, I'm going to say that this one's a fix. And let me give it back to the customer. Getting anything out of videos, hit the like button. If you could, please subscribe. That's it for today. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.